Good evening and welcome to another episode of The Late Show with T and J. My name is Jovan. We have our co-host here, Tanner. How we doing today, Tanner?
I'm good. I'm good. You know, life
Oof,
it's happening.
life. Yeah, no, it kind of took things by surprise there. We haven't been able to film in a little bit, so I'm glad that we're back on tonight.
Yeah. It'd be good to talk.
Yeah, so on my side, we talked about having a schedule, and then briefly before we were like, man, let's just chill. So this evening, we're just gonna chill. We're gonna talk. It's freelance. You'll learn a little bit about us, kind of why life has taken its course the way it has, and we'll kind of just ride the wave.
It may get awkward. It may get uncomfortable. Maybe I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think it will.
No, it
It's
shouldn't.
kind of just a casual,
We just want to show that we're personable, you know.
yeah, casual talk.
So, who wants to start? Do you want to start with your end? Do you want me to start?
Um, I guess I could start.
All right, let's tell the people what's going on, Dan.
What's going on? Uh, Man, a big transition in my life. Been dealing with, a breakup. The mother of my kids. It hasn't been the easiest thing. I mean, no breakups are.
Mm-hmm.
We are trying to be very civil, but there's emotions involved, feelings. She's going through a lot right now too, so it makes it tough. I'm battling a lot of lines, where to cross, where not to cross. Finding ways to keep myself protected, not to give her any,
Grief.
illusions of things that could happen. I don't know if that's the right word. Don't want to confuse her, because this is sadly this is kind of it. Yeah, it's tough. Especially having boys, having two little ones. So we're just trying to put them first with our decisions, and it just makes it a little bit harder because we're still in the same apartment, just figuring out all of our moves together at once. She just got a job, so we got to figure that out. Where the kids are going to be, because I'll be working, she'll be working, looking for a new place to live. So it's like a lot of people look forward to new beginnings, but this is kind of one that you don't look forward to.
Mm-hmm. It's not one you really thought would happen.
Yeah, it's not what you want to happen. You try to push that in the back of your mind, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll say it again and again without going into extreme detail. I've made a lot of bad decisions. I've made a lot of contributions to this relationship not working, and same on her end. It's gone 50-50. We just haven't made the right choices. We're not the people we want to be.
But it sounds like you're trying to make the proper steps to get change in your life and for the embetterment of your children as well, which is very respectable.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
It's a tough line. I get that. It's a tough line.
I realize in a lot of ways, in a lot of scenarios, that it's not always her that's the toxic person. I'm the toxic person in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just figuring that out. Turning 30 in January, big change. Coming to the grips with that. I'm trying to. I've never been one to celebrate birthday parties. Never. I'm fine with just having a dinner and some friends and family.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say we've definitely celebrated some birthday parties. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, the only one that really went crazy for was my 21st,
which I wasn't there for.
That's true.
Which
that one was a surprise bird. That was a surprise.
I was not happy.
Yeah. I'm not a big birthday party person, just because I keep my circle small. I got a lot of friends. I do have a lot of friends that I keep close, but like the ones that I'm would roll with every day, they're the ones that I would like spend it with, which is mainly family. You, probably Sarah, and my boys.
Yeah. No, I mean, the older we get, that's definitely the line that I've gone along, because you know me, early 20s, I was out there partying. Your boy
Mhm.
was, he was getting it. But more and more, like you said, my circle has gotten smaller and smaller, but it's the right people, you know? Ultimately, that's what it comes down to. It doesn't matter the quantity, but the quality of the people. Like
Yeah.
I mentioned here just, you know, a few weeks ago when I had my birthday, you know, it was me and my wife and our couple friend, Dallas and Jamie. You know what I mean? Like, he's my best friend out here. Don't hate me, Tanner, okay? It happened, okay? I met somebody, it happened.
It's okay. It's okay.
Um, but,
Don't
you
worry.
know,
I've remained true.
that is okay. You
I
know,
ain't got no boys I'm chilling with all the time. My man. My,
yeah,
my,
no, actually, you know what? You do got your boys.
I got Connor and Ezra.
Connor,
They're my best friends now.
exactly. You done left me behind. You sending me Snapchats of them, like
They're blood though.
boy, man, shit.
I should be Dr. Evil and Connor should be Mini-Me next Halloween.
Do it.
Ezra can be Scott.
Fucking Scott. He got shit on so much. Oh my goodness. Funny, dude. Austin Powers though. Funny flicks. I know that's a sidetrack, but
Yeah.
funny flicks, dude. I mess with him, man.
They left off with a huge cliffhanger, you know. Well, I don't want to say cliffhanger, but like a tease
Yeah.
for another one. And I think I really want them to, because I feel like they need to redeem themselves from Goldmember.
Yeah, Goldmember was not good. Beyonce was not good. She is a trash actress. I know people were.
Thank you.
They love her up, down, left, and right. The Beehive might just destroy me. Not that, you know, they got much to destroy. I got a little hill. But, man, she's not a good actress.
Can't help it. She's an amazing singer.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Don't, like, you can't take that away
talent.
from her.
She's a superstar.
Mm-hmm. Man,
She gotta stop.
she's just not a good actress. What was the other one that I saw her in? Obsessed? Goodness. Stop. Okay? Just stop.
Even as a voice actress, I wasn't in Lion King.
She's not good, bro. She's not good.
There was literally a line where she's as Nala, lions attack. Like, I know that's like the direction. All right, that's the director's fault, Jon Favreau.
But she could give either life, or she could, you know, switch it up a little bit to make it seem more fluid. But nah,
I just couldn't help
she went corny
watching that. I was like, oh no.
I did not make it all the way through. I'm not gonna hold you. I like Beano. I love Donald Glover in it. Still not his best work.
No.
Honestly, Atlanta in my mind is some of his best work.
Well, think about it. That's him. That's his, that's his thing.
That's why it's his best work.
Right.
Because, you know what? He put a lot of his reality character into his TV character. So it made it makes it a lot easier. But the other thing is Teddy.
I'm
playing Teddy.
My man.
Because Lakeith Stanfield didn't even know. Like, he was searching around the set like, yo, who is this guy? Like, because Donald Glover, he was playing Teddy like off the screen. Like, he was full method acting. And I was like, that was good. Because honestly, I did not I had an inkling, but I was like, I can't be for certain. That threw me a loop.
I definitely did. I could tell from the jawline.
The jawline
and the makeup
was there, but like you could tell
and
it was
the voice.
fake.
And the voice.
You could tell it was fake. Yeah, the voice was my inkling, but I was like, there's plenty of people who can do impersonations, and he's the type of person that will like flip the script. Like, he will put that kind of illusion out there, like, oh yeah, no, I'm definitely Teddy, and then he's not Teddy at all. Like, because then he had someone play Teddy at the award show.
Yeah.
So like all of that, awesome. It was like it threw you for a loop, man. I was like, goodness, you got me good. You
What
got me good.
I love that episode. One,
I
it
think
was
my
creepy as
favorite is the
fuck.
one in the jail.
Well, yeah,
When he
that
goes
one.
to jail.
The dude was hitting on his ex girl. He's like,
Hey, that's a nigga.
I ain't gonna say it.
And she's like, and he's like, no, I ain't. Y'all out here. I'm like, bro, nah, you a little sus right now, bro. Like,
The direction of that specific scene was so genius because you just got Donald Glover's character just chilling in there like,
sitting in the middle.
yeah, I can move, and then he's like, shut the
And
fuck up.
I'm like, yo, bro, I just offered to move and you mad? I'm just trying to let y'all have y'all time. This is
It's like-
awkward for me because that's a whole,
Yeah.
like a whole dude just sit right there.
It's great because like I feel like a lot of people who go to like jail sometimes or like in movies they always have like a prison or jail experience, you know what I mean, them themselves, like, and it's really weird, but it's an experience that's not really happening to him.
Right.
He's just witnessing some bullshit and he's just like a fly on the wall, like he just wants to be like, you know, like he just wants to chill and like
Right before then, the older gentleman telling his 50-year-long story. And then his friend's like 2 rows up. He's like, man, I apologize. Man, yeah. God, dude, I can't wait until seasons 3 and 4 drop, bro.
mhm.
He's filming next year because of course, COVID-19 this year threw everything off. But he's like, he posted here the other day saying, the only thing that's going to top these next 2 seasons is The Sopranos. Like, these are going to be as great as The Sopranos, is what he said. I'm like, those are some big shoes, bro.
Mhm.
Like, I watched a little bit of The Sopranos, and it was a good show. Like, it was intense. I liked it. I didn't keep up though, just because I didn't even feel like paying for HBO.
You didn't have the makings of a varsity athlete.
I was a varsity athlete. What you talking about?
It's a line in The Sopranos.
Bro, I just said I didn't finish it.
I know. I was hoping you may have gotten that far. At least.
You out here just trying to trash my character, like, man, you ain't seen shit. What you talking about? Like, bro, I just told you. I admitted I am not the best.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, I guess we kind of deviated from my side of things. Man,
we did.
That's what this episode is about. We gonna deviate. That happens sometimes. But as far as me, as most of you know, I suffer from some mental health issues, bipolar, PTSD, and a couple other things. And it's just been a rough couple weeks. I have some other health issues that kind of has me out of work, which when I'm working, I love to work. That's what I do. I dedicate my full self to that, and I don't have that anymore. So now I'm cooped up in a house, and I ain't got nothing to do. The most I do for entertainment around here is clean and listen to a little bit of music. That's my daily, and I'm like, Bore City. So, I'm working on getting out of my depressive state and getting back into action. I just finished up my Forex boot camp, so I started my live trading today. Got some good trades in. Just keeping it light for the moment. And let me see. Ooh, I called you up about the movie idea there. That's a good idea. I'm not gonna go into great detail, but y'all gonna be on the lookout. But yeah, as far as myself goes, it's just kind of battling every day just to keep going, and I'm doing it as best I can, but people be falling back sometimes. Shut up.
Man, that's that kind of reminds me of like how you just said before when we were doing a pre-meeting. You were talking about this podcast, this other podcaster who asked you
Yeah.
a question.
Yeah, let me go ahead and pull up his page again, because I really thank him for giving me the opportunity to share my experience. So I follow a couple podcast pages, trying to learn and whatnot. And a gentleman, Keith Snider, who has a podcast, Anxiety About Anxiety, where he has guests come on and they talk about, their different mental health issues, how, it's affected them throughout their life, how they choose to cope, how, they're trying to get by. So today, because like I said, I'm pulling myself up out of this, state of mind that I'm in, I finally sat down and recorded my piece, and I hope he likes it. He asked me for a title. This is the amazing question that he asked. If your anxiety / mental health issue had written a book, what would the title of your book be? And I'll go with mine first, so you have a little bit of time to think of maybe one for yourself, Tanner. Just, throwing it out there. Mine was From the Outside Looking In, a tale of a multi-dimensional mind. And for me, it breaks down to, I've always been a watcher of people. I always wanted to learn the different personalities that are out in the world, the different cliques that are formed in society, and different things like that, just because I want to learn as much about people as I possibly can. So I'm the outsider looking into the in crowd at that point. And then the tale of the multi-dimensional mind is, when you suffer from bipolar and PTSD and have auditory and visual hallucinations, your mind creates a different reality than what a lot of people see. And for me, it's allowed me to create an abstract view that gives me information on just about everything, because I think of the different nuances that a lot of people don't pay attention to. And I think that kind of just comes from how society, we've pulled away from the community aspect. We don't really know our neighbors like that, and so on. But it allows me to think a lot differently from people. So my perspective and how I view things is multidimensional. I suffer from two different, personality types at times, and that allows me to think differently. So I really enjoyed my chance to, send my audio to Keith Snider and Anxiety About Anxiety. You can check out that podcast on anchor.fm. And this is not a paid promo. I just really appreciate him giving me the opportunity to talk about my position in life. Mm-hmm. So if your anxiety / any mental health issue had written a book, Tanner, what would you title said book?
Man, that's a tough one, because
mine came immediately. So
I feel like everyone has anxiety, at least to a certain extent.
Yeah, I would. I
would.
Anxious moments as opposed to anxiety is different. Everyone has anxious moments. I don't think everyone has anxiety.
That's true. That's a better way to put it. That's definitely a better way to put it.
Sorry to step on your toes. Continue.
No, that's. No, it definitely is a better way to put it. I don't know. That's hard to say. It really is hard to say, because I don't suffer from that.
Let me modify my question then. If your life had written a book, what would the title of your book be? Because everyone's got life, and life affects us differently.
Let me think.
I don't want there to be too much dead space, Tanner.
I know.
I should have asked you in the pre-screen, but hey, like I said, we deviate this episode.
Yeah. So what's going to mind right now is late bloomer.
That is fascinating for you, because I don't believe it.
You don't? I feel I'm a late bloomer.
Bro, from the time that I've known you, you've been in the in crowd.
Well, that's not what I mean by late blooming.
Okay.
I don't mean by like
I'm like,
I don't mean by like having friends and being social and stuff like that.
then explain, please.
What I mean by late bloomer is like figuring things out. You know what I mean? Like for me, maturity wise and growing and being a young man and just my path in life, school, so that's something like I kind of like you know how I'm competitive?
Yeah.
I figured it out too late. You know what I mean? About how to control my anger and my competitiveness, like that, how like I wanted to win so bad that it made me angry. You know what I mean?
I want to talk about that in present time because I still deal with that. Mm-hmm. Especially because my competitiveness started after high school, really. Once I got away from my hometown, I was like, I want to show people who I really am. And I'm competitive. I really don't like to lose. I really don't.
No.
We've had many a competition over the years where it's like, bro, you know what our competition like turned out to be in life? Okay, so here's where it really kicked off because you know we're past college, you know, we're in life at this point. You know what I mean? So you went and got an apartment. I went and got an apartment. You went and got a better apartment. I went and got a better apartment. I moved out of state. No, hold on. I had a relationship. You had a relationship. I moved out of state. I mean, you're still there. But I bought a house, but you got me beating kids. As much as I truly want that right now, you're winning on that department, but I got a house.
See,
it's competitive drive.
That is your competitive drive. I'm not competing with you on that.
We were for a little bit.
No,
I don't believe you. Well, all right, maybe it was just decided.
It was definitely on your end,
bro. Well, it just seemed like every time that, all right, once I finally started getting shit straight, you're like, nah, bro, I gotta get a nicer place. No. Honestly, it actually started when you got a dog.
Yeah, this goes back to our very last podcast with Sarah.
Yep, it actually started when you got a dog.
You're like, yo, fuck that, I want a dog.
Because here's the thing, when you were like out at work or like off in class, I'm hanging out with Charlie. Like, yeah, I was watching him.
He was a newbie. He
right. So I was like, man, I want my own. Because at the end of the day, he comes and sleeps in your room. I don't have no cuddle bug like that. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna get my own dog.
No, be happy though. That's a big dog climbing on you.
I don't want him. He is massive.
He's super warm and comfortable though.
Oh man, wintertime, I'm not gonna hold you. He's great, but he's too large. Well, I like Ty because he just curls up and I kind of curl around him, and it's a nice thing. Did you see my snap of him earlier? That dog is looking so damn cute. Oh yeah, that's right. Because you're like, why do I find this to be like a me and Bay moment? I was like, no. First of all, that was a very precious moment with that dog for me. He was like, Dad, I want to lay on you. And I was like, all right, buddy.
I don't want to take anything away from that moment. Okay.
No, you took everything away from that moment.
If people could see this picture, it's honestly, you are like the typical dude in a relationship, just chilling, giving a stone cold face in the picture, like, what's up? And then Tyson, the look your dog is giving in that one.
He loved every bit of it, dude.
And honestly, I swear to God, if that was a video, you would see him go, like he would blow close to the camera.
No.
He had a glow about him.
Heart emojis just floating around his face.
Yeah. he had this glow of love.
Bro, he was like, I'm so happy you're holding me right now.
Yeah. And I'm just like, it's screaming.
You ruined my moment.
Just me and Bay vibes hard.
I'm like, yo, just me and my dog. Just a man and his beagle is what it is.
It is, yes, it is.
You just disrespected every bit of that sentiment.
No. There's no shame in that.
Man, I love that dog.
Yeah. So back on why I would call it late bloomer. Aside from that.
Yeah. Damn, we are not staying on track.
Aside from that, like, it's just this, in terms of like maturity and figuring out my life, really. I always tend to do things later than I should have.
We're both in that boat, man.
Maybe not should have, but later than what is expected.
What you expected. Well,
especially what I expected.
Societal norms will fuck you up.
No, it definitely has. I mean, I keep thinking about it. My man, we were originally supposed to graduate college 2013.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about...
And I still haven't.
Right. And I'm thinking about when I finally got my bachelor's.
That was almost 10 years in the making.
I have 2 kids. I had my bachelor's. And I was thinking about that. I was like, I don't know. Like, it's hard to think about an alternate timeline where I graduated on time with no kids at that age, like being as young as we would have been in 2013.
You know what's crazy? So that's exactly how my mind operates. I see different timelines.
Because I think back to like where we were at that time. That would not have been okay. But at the same time, I'm still not okay. I have different priorities. Mm-hmm. I don't have everything figured out. I just have priorities and things that keep me glued to those priorities. Like I've done a lot of selfish things, not only for myself, but to try and provide a better future for my kids. Mm-hmm. And right now, it's not shaping out how I wanted it to, or would like it to be. Because there's still so much work ahead, and I'm okay to do that. I'll put in the work. I've been putting in the work. Mm-hmm. It's just a longer road, another speed bump. Because I got my bachelor's, so I instantly have it programmed in my mind. You have your bachelor's, you're gonna get a job that's gonna pay good. No, not the case.
I'm like, yo, do you know 2020?
What's the worst part?
I know, man? You graduated a couple of years back, but I'm like, bro, degrees don't do what they used to.
No, but I was so happy to get the job that I did. It was the very
communications one?
No.
Which one?
Where I was teaching.
Oh yeah, no, you were enjoying that. You were. It was unfortunate the situations that happened.
One, I got a administrative after-school position. So I've had an administrative position where I was the boss. Well, not the boss, but I had a
management
staff.
Type. Yeah, you had a management position. Yeah.
And so that was very first position doing that. It was the very first time being in a position where I had more experience than everyone I was working with, as far as theater and working after school recreation and stuff like that. And then I got the teaching position, the teaching fellowship. Mm-hmm. That was fun. It was a learning curve. Still, I would probably still be figuring things out, as I'm sure a lot of teachers probably do.
Especially right now.
Yeah. Yes. But I don't know. Mm-hmm. This where I think comes with the late bloomer thing. Mm-hmm. Or I don't know. Maybe. I feel like there was a lot of times I bit my tongue because of the priorities I had for my family. But then my pride would kick in, and I would say, "Fuck that." If I was talked to a certain way from someone I was working with, especially my supervisors and the people I was around. Now, working in the SCSD, it's the inner city. It's very urban, very Latino and Black. That's the community there. And it's hard for me to be in that system and being told by the people who aren't teaching them what I have to do. Like fifth grade kids can barely spell their name, can barely read. And I have to teach them how to make puppets. I have to teach them to put on a show. That's the thing. These kids don't want to do puppetry, especially if you put rules on it where it has to be a fairy tale or a fantasy. Like they had stories they wanted to tell, but they were kind of hard-hitting truths that they didn't want them to talk about.
And that's the problem with the institution, not the children.
Yeah. So on top of that, there's no accountability for these kids. They get rewarded for their bad behavior. I would have a second grader. I had to break up a fight with a second grader and send him out. He comes back with chips. Like a half hour later, comes back with chips. Comes back the next day. Same kid tries to snap a kid's arm. And they're mad at me for pressing the buzzer when I got 12 other kids I got to worry about. Meanwhile, I didn't get any training. I was thrown into it. I think I started right before Christmas.
Yeah.
Right before Christmas. So I don't know. There was just a lot of times where I was like, I felt like I was doing what I should have been done, but I feel like I'd still have that job
if you follow the rules.
If I just did what they told me to do.
And here's the thing, especially today, as we learn more and more, a lot of the things that we learned in high school or even elementary are false. Like, teachers have to start to make a stand as a unit and start speaking the truth.
Right.
Because teachers have an obligation. You know, once you go into that field, you have an obligation to do right by every student that comes past your door. Mm-hmm. And you are not doing right by them if you're constantly lying to them or not fostering the proper ideas and essential knowledge that child's gonna need for later in life. Like, I wish I learned taxes more in high school. You know, I wish I knew more about mortgages and things like that, as opposed to having to learn on the fly as an adult when I'm trying to buy my first house. Like, thankfully, you know, I was in home ec and I paid attention, so, you know, that was easy. But I'm like, as far as like, that's just maintaining a home, and I already knew how to do that because I had been doing that since I was 5 years old. You know, cleaning, I started cooking at 6, and I've been doing that my entire life. So I'm like, that I wasn't taught that in school. I learned that from home.
Right.
But it's they just spew the stuff that's in the textbook that is outdated by a lot, especially the textbooks in the inner cities. Like, they don't get new stuff and new funding like they should be. And you know, I'm not gonna blame the teachers on that part, but I'm like, if teachers as a unit stood up and said that, no, what we're teaching them is not working or not worth it, like, we need to teach them legitimate stuff that is applicable to their life. Like, that is, in my mind, that is their obligation to do so. No different from a doctor saying, I will do no harm, you know, to any patient that comes in. Your job is to do the best to your ability every single time you see a patient.
Yeah.
Like,
not push pharmaceuticals for financial gain. And
I find that, you know, when it comes to really everything, like, it needs a revamping. We live in a different time and things change, and we are supposed to change as time changes. You know, as different things come up, we have to reassess our situation and, you know, move with time. And we're stuck in the past, like, heavy.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
For sure.
So, like, on your end, I would not, you know, call that a fail at all. If anything, you were trying to do your actual job. You know what I mean? So that's of no fault on yours. That's the institution, because the institution needs to be revamped, revitalized. As for your comment about a late bloomer, I don't think that's the proper title, because what's really a late bloomer? When we're talking about human life, and we all recognize that no one is the same, how are you a late bloomer? You kind of come into your own as you need to. You know?
Yeah, I guess
you learn different life lessons along the way, and it's up to you to apply it.
Right.
But that, I wouldn't call that a late bloomer. I would call that hard-headed.
That I definitely am.
Because for me, if going under, you know, what you quantify as a late bloomer, oh, I'm hella late, bro. I'm behind.
I see people younger than me, like, there's envy. Like, I want to buy a house. I'm in no position to buy a house right now.
And that is okay. You know?
Right. Like, I just don't want to rent. I have land. We have land.
Renting
that
does
we want to live on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That would be ideal. But that would mean being very far away from my kids.
It's not easy when you leave family, and I've learned that especially over the past couple of weeks. It's a lot of my issues that have come up has been family related, so it's tough leaving family, and I get that. And I really wouldn't wish that type of negative impact that it can have on someone, to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Because especially if you're close with your family, and the closer you are, the more it hurts. You know?
Yeah.
'Cause sometimes you start to seem like out of sight, out of mind. And that's an awful feeling.
Yeah.
You don't matter. And that's how I felt the past month and a half, really, because I haven't had any contact. Actually, I seldomly speak with my family as is, and I deal with that mental battle every day. So I understand the difficulty, and I also see the need to sometimes expand out. You learn different things about yourself. You either learn that what you have moved into is not actually what you wanted from the beginning, or you learn the new things that you love. You try different things. You never know. And what I tell Jill all the time is, you don't know until you know, and she hates when I say that.
But I want to know.
But you don't know until you know.
Yeah.
And that's my get out of jail free card. I'm like, hold on now, you don't know yet.
Yeah.
So it's tough, but everyone at a certain point feels like they're not where they should be.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of why I made a post that I recently just made. Like, I think when you finally got me back on social media, on Instagram, I just made the post, like, back on to, help promote the podcast. But then it's been a while since I even posted anything after that. And I was just looking at some things, and like a bunch of pictures popped up from when I did my film In a Sentimental Mood. I'm just like, fuck. Like, that hit me hard. I was like,
because that wasn't your last big thing, because you were in the Hershey, stuff.
The Food That Built America.
Yeah, which is on TV. I saw my boy.
Yeah, I had the mustache and the chops.
Wish you had my chops.
Yeah, so it's been year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah. I was still I was out here when you first told me about that, because I knew it was coming on TV. I was in my house.
It's been 2 years. 2 years since I filmed that.
Yeah, but it was like a year ago that I saw that. Yeah, because I was like, I was in my house already by the time I saw you on TV. I was super pumped. It was like 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah,
I was like,
came
yo,
out not this summer, but last summer on Hulu.
Yeah.
And on History Channel.
Yeah, we watched it on Hulu because you were in the first 2 episodes. A little bit of each.
I think there's Hershey makes an appearance, but my specific, I have to double check. I don't think I come back.
You played a double too.
No.
No, I thought you played a double to somebody.
No.
Or is that one of your movies? No, it's one of your movies. You played a double.
No, I played a stand-in.
Field of Lost Shoes.
For Jason Isaacs. At Field of Lost Shoes. Yeah.
Man, you've met some famous people, bro.
That's what made me SAG eligible.
Was that film there?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I haven't seen that one.
It's okay. It's a decent movie.
See, it's about the South, though.
Yeah.
The thing about that is,
but it's about the South and like these. Well, at least one specific character he believes that they should be free. Things need to change, but he's just fighting to protect his home. You know, whatever. But that's not what. The funny thing about that, my man. Oh,
what's up?
All right. So this is like of celebrities that I've met.
Mm-hmm.
So the character, have you ever seen Sex Drive?
Yeah.
So the main character.
That's a funny. Drive, yeah, no, I've seen it. Yeah.
Him. I know. Hold on. I know.
I don't need his name. I really don't need his name. All I know is he played a chump in that movie.
Yeah, I need his name.
The 2 dudes in the car. Bro, you used to quote them all the time. What's up?
Our dicks are huge. You can see
from the movie.
Sup.
Dude, we used to go around saying that. Yo, what's up?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I know his name, so I'm so mad that
we used to have so many catchphrases. Yo, I'm mad nice.
Mad nice. Josh Zuckerman.
Zuckerman, yeah. I know you're talking about.
So it's my first day on set. I just got fitted. I get the whole outfit and everything that I'm supposed to wear. Mm-hmm. And it's my first time on set. I get out of wardrobe and I'm just taking pictures of everything. And we're not. Let me rephrase. We're not on yet. We're on set, but we're not on the scene where it's being shot yet. We're just at the central location. So there's a big tent. This is where. Yeah. When we break for food and everything else, this is where we come.
Green room, if you will,
so to speak. So we're in Virginia. We're at these crazy locations right now, like
the battlefield,
like legit plantations.
Yeah.
So I'm taking pictures of everything I see and whatnot. And I'm trying to take selfies, Because as you remember, I was posting on Instagram like crazy.
Bro, you were selfie king back in the day. Golly, I hated every bit of you. You were one of the main reasons I didn't like being on social media. You were the main reason I didn't want to have an Instagram because I'm like, yo, if I got to see his ugly mug pop up every 15 seconds, I'm going to be mad.
Oh, man.
I do hate you, though.
So back to the story. So I'm taking the pictures and then Josh Zuckerman walks up. He was like, you want me to take it for you? And I was like, I wasn't starstruck, but I was like, I fucking know you.
I fucking know you.
I was like, you were on Sex Drive. And he was like, yep.
Yep.
And I was like, hell yeah. I was like, you want to take a picture together? Is that
sounds
cool?
Starstruck, bro. If you're stuttering like that, you're kind of starstruck.
He was an actor, and like, so yeah, I was just like, and I've never been in that position where I had to ask another person in that kind of status, you know what I mean? Who's famous to take a picture with.
The only person I see myself
I've never been able to have that.
All right, sorry, I'm interrupting. I'm interrupting.
Because this is the punchline part of it.
Go ahead.
This is the punchline part of the story. So he says, yeah, he'll take the picture with me. And then this older fellow comes up.
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
And he's watching us, and I go, excuse me, sir, can you take a picture of us? And Josh Zuckerman.
I can't believe you, dude.
And Josh Zuckerman he kind of snickers and giggles. I don't think anything of it. So and the other guy who I asked to take the picture, he was kind of like, yeah, okay.
Bro,
so he goes to take the picture,
goodness.
and it turns out that motherfucker was Tom Skerritt. That is an OG legend in the industry.
I'm like,
Tom Skerritt.
How could you not recognize this man's
Alien,
face?
Top
Where
Gun.
I'm like, bro, Top Gun alone. Where I'm like, and you asked him to take your photo? You got some damn
That's an
nerve.
opportunity to take a picture with both of them.
Oh, shit.
But so like that was
some character.
I was like, motherfucker. When I found out, I was like, no. But later on, there was another scene that we were shooting, and by this point I was done doing my stand-in stuff for Jason Isaacs. They just needed some extra people, so there was a scene where Tom Skerritt's character pulls up on a wagon and he walks by some guards and they salute him, and I was part of that. And then there was another one where I'm doing Morse code, sending a message.
Of course, they have the natives in some Morse code.
Um,
I don't think they thought about that.
no. So there was that scene, and like we had a quick bit. Nixed it out of the movie, which is fine, whatever. But after that, his wife was just taking pictures, and she asked me if I wanted to take a picture with him, and I was like, absolutely, I do. So, I stood there with it was me and two other guys who were doing the scene with him, and we take the picture with him.
I think I remember that one. Yeah. I remember you posting that one.
So I was like, oh, how am I gonna get that? And I didn't want to be like,
Can you send that to me?
pushy or anything or whatnot. But so she came to me herself and was like, what's your email so I can send this to you? And I was like, damn.
They know you guys are still gonna be fans and whatnot. Like,
yeah,
it's not like.
So she sent that to me, and yeah, that was really, really cool. So I redeemed myself and got my picture with Tom Skerritt.
I'm not gonna lie, you made it seem like that second bit was gonna be a lot more exciting than the way you ended it, where you're like, yeah, nah, I really enjoyed that.
It's a nice memory.
Long story short,
the biggest one the second part isn't like as obviously hilarious as that one is, but yeah, that was a good time.
It's more hilarious to me because I knew who Tom Skerritt was, and once you told me that, I was like, no, you did not ask that man that.
I asked Tom Skerritt to take a photo of me and another actor.
Man, you got some nerve though.
Yeah.
But what I was trying to interrupt to do, because it literally just popped in my head, and I kind of want to do it on the fly. Top 5 actors, actresses that you would be starstruck over. Let's do it.
Top 5 that I would be starstruck over. Starting now?
Starting right now. I'm gonna give you just a little bit, unless you already have them. You can go first. I got a couple off rip. I got a number one. Right. You already know my number one.
I gotta go. All right, so this isn't in any particular order because it's tough to get them in order.
Yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis, Robert Downey Jr.
I would love to meet RDJ.
Adam Driver. Man, that's tough. But gotta have Denzel Washington in there.
You have to. I was gonna say I'm not gonna lie though, he's my number 5. Black community, please don't hate me. Okay. Don't do your boy like that. Don't do your boy like that.
And
so
because like you said, you gotta do one for the culture. I gotta do one for my culture. So I gotta have Wes Studi in there.
Ooh, that's good. You introduced me to him. That's good. I like that.
Actually, I love Wes Studi. I do love. Let me nix him, and he gets an honorable mention in this one.
Okay.
But Adam Beach. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Adam Beach.
Is that the one from
Smoke Signals?
Yeah.
Dance
the
Me
nerdy
Outside.
Dude?
No. That's he plays Victor. Adam
Oh,
Page plays Victor.
yep. Okay.
His cousin is Thomas. He's like, hey Victor.
Hey,
What about
Victor.
hey Victor? What about your dad?
You're fucking native to your accent. Like
I
it
saw
takes
I
over
saw
when you
your
say,
dad
"Hey,
at
Victor."
Denny's. Hey, I saw him at Denny's. I got that Grand Slam breakfast. Every time he tells a story. Shut up, Thomas. Man, that movie, if anybody ever asks me about, like, if we start talking about movies, I've done it every chance I can to tell them about, like, contemporary indigenous movies, like, that one. I would start off with that one.
I thought that one was, it was a funny flick. I did like that one. It wasn't, like, the main premise to be funny, but it definitely had some good bits.
The reason why it was so funny is because it had so much native humor in it. So much sarcasm and so much.
I only knew it because
humor.
I knew you guys.
Yeah,
that's the only reason I got it. Is because
like
I knew you guys for like
all the
4
res
years.
humor. Oh my god,
dude. Res humor is my fucking res dog.
And how hard harsh their accents were.
Yeah, dude, like, that's what got me.
Thing,
it reminded me of Denver, honestly, because Denver's got the thickest accent of all of you.
One of them. There's out of us.
I'm talking your family. I'm talking your family.
Yeah. Oh, for damn sure. Yeah. I feel like mine slips in every now and then. Like
subtle.
Like it's very
Dakota's
very
is more than yours.
Yeah. Mine is very, very subtle. Like it'll pop in there every now and then unintentionally.
When you're fully relaxed in the environment you're in, just like how when I'm fully relaxed in the environment I get a lot more black.
That movie, like
I start talking fast, boy. Jill can't keep up. If she hears me in a conversation with my mom, she's like, I stopped listening because y'all talk too fast. We be saying half words and shit.
Yeah. That movie actually shows indigenous people, I want to say in real time, but as real people.
Not some dead off people.
Not some Lone Ranger motherfucker. My name Tonto. You go west.
His sidekick, you know.
Yeah.
Fucking. All right, are you gonna let me do my list or what's up? You just want to keep talking?
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Do your list. Do your list. We went off.
All right. So I told you Denzel is my number 5. I would love to meet Dave Chappelle. I know he's more on the comedy tip, but he's been in movies, and I would love to meet Dave Chappelle, bro. If I could smoke a blunt with Dave Chappelle, my life, I'm done. I'm set.
I feel like if he wanted to, he could do a lot more dramatic movies, but like,
especially now.
He's an amazing actor.
Yes.
That people don't realize that. He really is. Like, he'll overact for some of his comedic bits, for sure.
Right. Oh, yeah.
But he actually is an amazing actor. Like, he can get real. Like, if you, what movie was it recently? A Star is Born. He has a bit role in there. He has a bit role in that one, and for the short one he's in, like, it just felt so real, and nothing about it felt like forced acting. It was just so natural.
Force him to do a damn thing.
Yeah, it was just so natural.
All right.
It was so weird.
Interrupted me, bitch. Anywho, my number 3. I'm getting reckless. All right, you keep cutting me off. But I keep cutting you off too, so I
was gonna say, get cut. You're doing the same thing.
I know, but hey, your boy Fetty, shut up. Yes. All right, this is, I can't say so much as an unpopular opinion, but just people don't know him as much. Although he's been in a plethora of things on TV and film. Tony Baker. He is a comedian. He came from Chicago, now is in LA. He is one of the hardest working comedians in the game right now. Like, the latest class of comedians, like, he is one of the hardest working. But he not only is hilarious, but the way that his mind works is intriguing. Most people know him from doing animal voiceovers on Instagram, but he really has so much talent and people just don't. They just haven't had a chance to recognize it yet. So that's my kind of one-off. I'm gonna throw it out there. Like you said, Robert Downey Jr. But I'm gonna go back to the times where he was doing a massive amount of drugs and alcohol, because I think that would have been a very interesting time to know him. Because late in the game, I mean, yeah, he's still cool. Don't get me wrong, he's still cool. But, druggy RDJ? Number 1, I am surprised he didn't even make your fucking list. Donald Glover, god damn it. Tanner, you know better.
I know he's an amazing actor, but he's not in my top 5.
You're garbage. You're garbage.
Not yet. He's got to do more. He's got to do more.
What else would you like him to do? Because he's covered pretty much every type of role.
I know, but like, I would like to see him in more.
I hear that, and he's going to be, but I'm like,
right.
What styling has he not done?
It's not. No. It's not about the style. It's not about the style. It's the stories being told. Like the ones he's telling now, I definitely like. But I want to see him as the main character, like driving a movie.
That's fair.
Driving a movie. You know what I mean?
That's
because in Atlanta, yeah, he's one of the main characters.
I
know he's the main one, but a lot of times he definitely it feels like
it's because he gives his co-stars a chance to shine. Yeah, like exactly. That's purposely written in.
Right.
But that shouldn't take away from the fact that he
a movie where he is
leading.
I want to see beginning to end character transformation.
You've seen that.
I want to see. I can't really explain it. There's more I want to see from him. If that's all I can say. There's more I want to see from him.
All right, that's fine to say, but I'm like, if you're looking for character development, look at Community.
I didn't feel any character development.
Especially towards the end? Are you serious?
Didn't.
Okay, let's talk about that. Because I disagree.
I don't think it's his fault.
I thought he changed quite a bit because he wasn't as...
very little.
When he changed a lot being with Britta.
Right. I liked where that was going, but
it was cut short.
It pissed me off.
It was cut short
when he started acting like Abed to avoid her. That was just really annoying. I didn't like that. And then the person and the person he was talking to in that back room, or I forget that specific scene, but he's doing this and he's talking like Abed. It was. I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Why? I'm intrigued. I'm curious.
It felt like they were pushing his character backwards. And then
question for you before you go further.
Right.
Do people not go back sometimes?
Yeah, for sure.
Do people slide back?
As as a viewer, I don't. If
you don't want to see them slide back.
If it's a
very, it makes them more human.
Not in that way. Like a flawed way, like where they do a mix-up, like they go on, like they use again, something like that. I didn't want to
drugs or something.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Or like they have an addiction that like drugs like that. Is
that the only way people slide back?
No, there's other ways.
Because I slide into depression damn near every other month. I'm like...
But as far as his character, I felt like I wanted to see him mature a little bit more.
I
wanted to see more of how Abed would react to it. Other than and it didn't feel right to me that they pushed him back in that way, and then he's gone because he wants to be a man. I want to actually see that happen.
I want to.
That's for me. I'm not saying I'm right, but that's for me personally. That's what I wanted to see happen.
I feel like
to see Abed grow as well.
Bitch, stop interrupting me! God damn.
Nah.
Nah, shut the fuck up, bro.
Shut the
Like,
fuck up.
God
You
damn
shut,
it. Like, yo,
you
just let
shut
me
the fuck
say
up.
something. I'm like, yo, all right, I'm gonna take my breath, and that's the indication he's gonna shut up so I can get a word. And he's like, but on another thing, bro,
Gotta let you know.
no, you're not shit. That's all you're letting me know is you're not shit.
That's not it. That's not
Because
it at all.
you're rambling on, and I've got questions, so I'm like, all right, let me.
You know what?
Before you go further to your next one, let me inquire about this right here. You're stupid. You're stupid. You muted yourself. Why would you mute yourself?
I was gonna talk some shit under my breath, but then I decided not to, and just. I wish I had the wrap it up thing.
Trash human being. Anywho, I had a couple questions in your explanation. I just want to know.
All right.
Nah, fuck it. We'll go to something else. Stupid bitch. We'll go to something else.
There's no deep dive in. Like, I don't know. It's just like, that's just what I want to see. I don't know.
You're asking a lot of a fucking sitcom. That's for damn sure.
6 seasons in a movie.
He agreed to said movie.
It's true. They better do it.
Shut up. And let's just pray that it happens.
They can bring Pierce back to life. Maybe.
No, I'm better off without him. Racist bastard. I've never been a fan of Chevy Chase, bro. Ever. I've never liked him. Not in anything that he's been in.
Everything.
Because I'm not going to lie, I've always got a racist aura from him. And it seemed even more apparent in Community because that was his played role. Like, he was the old man who was stuck in the past and didn't care to change. And I'm like, I just feel like that's him as a person.
Maybe.
Just like I feel like Christian Bale is a dick at heart.
Think so?
Yeah. I really do. There's some things that, you know, actors and actresses, you know, they portray way too well for it to be acting. There's some semblance of them that has been put into that character, as most actors do already, but there's some things that you just can't hide. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but
maybe.
I've heard that from quite a few people, and especially the tension that was on set when it happened with, you know, for Pierce. Like, a lot of people did not like Chevy Chase on Community, like on set. Like, they did not like working with him. Yeah, he's an asshole.
There was a big ego thing. I got from a lot of interviews. They said
he was like,
jealousy.
He's like, yeah, I've been in this game 40 years. Like, you can't tell me shit. I'm like, you've been a trash actor for 40 years. What are you talking about?
Right. It's true.
I don't know. I've just never liked him. So, like, he was my least favorite character on the show.
Right. But so who else? Your top five.
I went through my top five.
Did you?
Yes.
You Denzel, Donald Glover.
Open my book back up. God damn it. Because I went Denzel, I went Dave Chappelle, I went Tony Baker, I went RDJ, and I went Donald Glover.
You did. Okay, I forgot about.
Because if I ever met Donald Glover in real life, just know your boy is fanboying out.
Right.
That's a fact. I'm not even going to deny it. It'd be like, yo, he's here.
My dumb ass forgot about Tony Baker.
Dude, Tony Baker is amazing. I love what he does. He's just hilarious. Right. I follow everything that he does. I'm hoping to get one of his Skibbity Pack shirts soon.
Oh, and since you brought up Christian Bale. He is one of my favorite actors. Man, it's tough.
See, that's my thing is I like Christian Bale. I just feel like he's an asshole at heart. Mm-hmm. Well, and that's different. You know, I'm not like hating on these people. Like, I do hate Chevy Chase. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I'm like, you know, when I don't like certain things in actors, that's usually because they're doing a good job, but they're also putting part of their life in there too. Mm-hmm. Like, yo.
Maybe. Because, I don't know. He's like a serious method actor. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I get what you're saying.
He is one of the most serious method actors.
He's a chameleon. The way that dude transforms.
He will destroy his body and then build it back up for a film.
Him and Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah,
Daniel
they both
Day-Lewis
do
has
it.
like I'm pretty sure like he fucked up his back while filming My Left Foot,
Yeah,
being in a
I
wheelchair and
did. I
whatnot.
did hear that. Yeah, I did hear that.
And like he put a, you know, what is it? Something like a solid contact lens in his eye for Gangs of New York when he takes a knife and taps his fucking eye.
Right.
That's intense.
I don't find that one to be as intense. It's clearly a protective layer over the eye, so
For sure, but like that's not something you have to do. You know what I mean?
it builds the character.
No, I mean, never mind.
It shows how gangster he is. Yeah, no, I get that,
Right.
but I'm like,
It's also
if you really think of any gangster in a movie, like they are always that head honcho. They have no fear, such and such. So it's like,
yeah,
I expect them to do that type of thing.
right.
I expect them
See,
to
I'm
do something
not.
like, I'm gonna shoot this dude in the head and not care, like,
Right.
or there's a matter of not giving a fuck that they
Right.
display.
That's not what I'm saying about like the character wise. I'm saying as an actor, and actor wise, like that's not something
No, he
I
didn't
have to go back
have
and read it, but that's not something like he was asked to do. Like that was a character choice he made.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Right. That's what I'm saying is like, I feel like there's also a lot of actors today now who'd be like, I don't feel comfortable with that.
I'd totally do that, but I've
If I had the
got a
chance,
lot
I'd
of
love to give that a
disregard
shot.
for my own body. So
I've always wanted to have an opportunity to do that, which I did have something like
I
that.
just
recently.
want to act a little bit. I think I just want to go full-fledged entertainment. Like my main base will be comedy because I love riffing and making people laugh, but I feel like I could easily rock a serious role, and I don't know, it's something that always interests me. I just never thought I could do it. But you
just
being
gotta.
my best friend, I'm like, I've seen you do it. I'm like, man, he's not much different from me. He ain't shit.
Yeah, you can do it.
No, I want to go for it. So
It's like anything. It's just getting the practice in.
right.
It's really it. And understanding.
I don't want to have to memorize lines, bro. That's why I like comedy, because I get riffed. They'd be like, nah, do whatever you got to do, bro.
Gotta do that. Oh,
But,
my man.
all right, man. This has been a good chat.
It has been a lot back and forth. I got to see the real bickerness, the pettiness, the jokes.
It's because I don't like you.
It's all right. I love you.
I mean, yeah, no, I love you. I don't like you, though. That's different.
Yeah. Oh, man, I gotta get up at 4 a.m.
You and me both.
Man, I gotta pee right now.
I got my
I drank
tip
way too
table
much tea.
tomorrow. So my appointment was originally supposed to be at 10:30 check-in time, and then because my COVID test hadn't gotten back to them yet, they decided to do one of the quick reads. So now I got to be there at 7:30, which means I got to leave my house like 5:45 to get there, and then I'm there until my appointment, which is at 10:30, and then that procedure is 4 to 5 hours. So I got to be on IV and the whole nine. So it's about to be a long day. And then I got to come home.
Well, when you're done,
I ain't even got
When
no
you're
pot, bro. That sucks.
when you're done, check in with me.
Oh,
How
of
it
course.
goes.
Well, I mean, I already know kind of how that's gonna go.
Right.
But
Still won't hurt to check in. Talk about it.
Yeah, I don't like you though.
That's okay.
I want
Man,
the world
I'm gonna
to know.
go though.
I hear you.
I hate to wrap this up. I gotta
see
go.
you're antsy, and you're
I
like,
gotta pee so bad. I drank so much tea and water.
all right, everybody. We will see you guys next week. Have a great rest of the week.
Yes.
Peace out.
Love you all.